Welcome to the Radiant Life podcast. I am your host, Tatiana, and I am a master mindset coach, and I'm obsessed with empowering you to live and create your best life possible. If you're looking to uplevel your mindset, life, happiness, and success, then you are in the right place. My goal with this podcast is to help you see the potential within yourself, to be able to break the limiting beliefs and habits that are holding you back, and to help you feel inspired to get clear with who you are in order to create the life you desire. Thank you so much for listening. Now let's get into today's episode. Hello and welcome back to the Radiant Life podcast. I hope you are having such an amazing day today. And I just want to start off by saying thank you so much for all the support, all of the shares, all of the feedback for the podcast. Whether you are a new listener, hello, welcome. Don't forget to follow and subscribe with whatever platform you're using. But if you have been a consistent listener, thank you so much for showing up, for listening. I appreciate you so much. And to continue to grow this podcast, I would so appreciate it if you send in an Apple iTunes review. That way I can know that you are benefiting from this and we can help share all the value that I'm trying to spread to you guys to more. Help grow this podcast even more. And if you do submit an iTunes review, don't forget to take a screenshot, email it to me. The details are below on how to do that. That way I can give you a manifestation meditation for you in return. Well, let's get into today's episode because it's something that I have been learning the last few weeks, the last couple months. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know I've been a little off. You know I've been a little like... I still have a lot of energy, don't get me wrong, but I just haven't been there. There's just been a lot going on and a lot of lessons I'm learning and in the process of still learning and embodying that I just want to share with you because this is something I know, but I wasn't embodying fully. And due to this, I've booked a trip for myself. So let's go into, how to receive more, do more, achieve more by doing less, right? Get more, do less. Because as a society, us humans, we get stuck in this cycle. We get stuck in this process of to do more. What's next? What do I need to do more? Right? And it's beautiful because, it creates the world we're living in, right? We wouldn't live in this world if we didn't constantly try to strive to do more, achieve more, invent more. We can't live without the act of doing. I'm not trying to say not to do that, but our society has become too obsessed with the doing part, the hustle mentality, the go, 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 do. And right now, in this day and age, we're too obsessed with it. And we forget the why. Why are we doing all of this? Why are we doing the hustle? Why are we constantly go, go, go and not taking time to rest and recover, right? We are always focusing on what's the next goal I can achieve. We're always waiting for the money. Oh, when I reach this 6-figure mark, then I'll take a vacation. Or when I hit $600,000 or $1 million, then, I won't need to continue to be so go, go, go minded. Or when I hit 10,000 followers, then I'll feel successful and I will, feel like I'm worth it. Whatever it may be. And we always have when this happens, then I will get this, right? And that's not the right mentality to have. And I'm raising my hand over here. I had the same thing. When I hit this threshold, when I lose these 10 pounds, I'll feel the self-love. This is what I used to feel. When I have 10 clients, then I will feel, like I'm getting somewhere. When I have a successful business on my own, then I will truly feel successful, right? And that's not the case. We need to feel all the feelings we feel now. And it's our human nature to always want to strive for more. It's how we're programmed. It's for survival. What can we do next? How can we improve? And I'm not saying to take that out, but let's make sure we have a good balance here. That's what I'm really working on in my life at this moment, is finding the balance. Because with this obsession of doing the next goal, achieving this, it usually stems from something from childhood, primarily wanting to feel loved, wanting to feel seen and validated, right? From childhood. And, we've grown up in a society, we wanted to make our parents happy. We have been conditioned, programmed, whatever you want to believe in, to operate this way, right? Oh, good job, Karen. When you get the A next time, then, you're going to be the star student because you got B's, right? Or or maybe it's related to sports, whatever it is, we're literally conditioned to get good grades, do good on projects. We're always trying to achieve more to get to that next level, to get that validation, that love, that happiness from parents, from teachers, coaches. And we get it, right? And like I say, we're just traumatized 7-year-olds walking around here based on trying to get that validation, confirmation, love. And what we struggle with is we struggle to take a second to slow the heck down and acknowledge how far we have come. Like, we forget to acknowledge where we're at because a month ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, that's all you ever wanted. And yet when you're at that place, when you achieve that goal, when you get all of these visions into your reality, it's like, okay, what's the next thing? Versus like sitting down and acknowledging it and telling ourselves, oh my God, you fucking did it. Hell yeah, I'm proud of you, right? And again, this was me. I wanted to get more followers. I wanted to get more clients. I was always trying to think of better ways and ideas to keep doing more and showing up better and that I was getting burnt out. And instead, we as a collective, because it's not just me, I know it's not just me, and I know it's not just you listening, we need to take a moment to recognize what we've done and have a conversation and tell ourselves how proud we are, how much we love ourselves for having such ambitions, for having strong desires. We love the driven mindset that we have, and we love that you did it. And it's important to just take a second and stop and turn around and see how far you have come. Look down, look behind you, whatever it is that resonates with you. Look how far you have come instead of looking up or forward and constantly having to look at how much more you need to do to get to there, how much more you have, right? Because there is no destination in life. You guys, there's no destination. The only destination we have is death. We're all going to die. It's the only thing. Hitting 6 figures is not a destination. Hitting $1 million is not a destination. Life is all about, enjoying the journey. And if we're not acknowledging and encouraging ourselves and seeing how far we've come, we're never going to feel happy and fulfilled within ourselves, right? There's no destination. We're all just going to die. That's the only destination we have. But what can we do from now to that deathbed is feeling fulfilled, being proud of ourselves, and finding the balance between this doing and slowing down, right? Again, it's natural for us, but we need to take a second and acknowledge where we're struggling. And we, as a collective, need to get better at this. We need to teach our children it's okay to rest and recover. It's okay, instead of thinking they have to go do so much to get to the prize, to get the good grade, whatever it is. Like, we need to work on this as a collective. And those of us who, if you're listening and you feel like you have this big purpose in your life and a big desire, and sometimes it stems from, at least I'm speaking for myself, that I'm trying to figure out a way to word this for you. We think if we don't continue to if we don't continue to achieve our goals, if we're gone or if we don't do this, then chaos is going to happen, or people who rely on us aren't going to have anything to rely on, right? Especially those of us, if you're a coach maybe, or anybody that makes a big impact, a nurse, a doctor. We all have some type of impact. We're all a system. We all benefit off of each other depending on what you do, how you are, right? And for me specifically, it's learning that those around me will be okay without me. And how amazing is that? I like to be able to just tell myself that, right? Because since I was a child, it's not just since I've been a coach, have had this belief or this thought that I'm here to help support people. I am the ESFJ, the Myers-Briggs type. I am an Enneagram 2. I am the supporter. I'm here to help you. I want to be your biggest cheerleader. I want to help you with whatever you may need. And I came up with this cycle and this belief that if I'm not here to fix everyone or hold space for someone or for someone to talk to and help them through every problem they've had, that, I don't know, God forbid what would happen, right? But I need to take a step back. And this really, I've known this, I grew up, my mom would always tell me I'm a mother hen. I feel responsible for my friends, for my little sister. I'm constantly mothering everyone. And this week, or last week I had a session with my coach and we went really deep as like, when did this first happen? When did I take on these burdens? When did I put this pressure on myself, right? And I had to take a second and notice, like, I can't have the pressure on me, because if I'm so focused on everyone else, being everybody's supporter, being everybody's coach, being everybody's ear to listen on and help them, I lose sight on my own health. Because I was valuing, and you too possibly, I was valuing my success based on how much I was helping others instead of taking a second for myself. You know, I preach self-care. I preach time to yourself. Like, I was still doing that, but not deeply. And I need to do the work for myself. I need to truly take care of myself and not feel responsible. And I'm sharing this because I'm learning to like fully, truly take a step back to nourish myself and my soul, probably the most I've ever done. And the reason why I wasn't fully doing this last year, there's a couple of reasons, and I'm going to be honest with you. The first one was I felt guilty. Again, I felt like if I wasn't here doing all and everything for everyone, my sister, my friends, my clients, everyone, that everyone around me would collapse. Like, I put that pressure on myself, and that's not true. Again, limiting belief. We all have them. Like, how can I share my gifts if I don't take a pause to take care of myself? And I'll be showing up burnt out, and that's not how I want to. And then this did happen, and I'm aware I've taken care of myself, but like, I've done the journaling, I do the meditation, I go for a walk, but like, my soul is longing for something more. It's literally longing to be in solitude and just be alone and just tap in within. And the other reason why I wasn't doing this was, to be honest, I haven't had the space. And I know that might be an excuse, but like, I live in, a 2-bedroom apartment with 3 people. It's meant for 2. And 2 of us are working from home, my boyfriend and I. And I don't have my bedroom anymore. This is where he works. So I have to go out into the living room. And, I've acknowledged that I can't truly take my coaching calls at a, coffee shop due to respect to my clients. And with all the calls I'm on, it just never made sense. And so I truly just haven't had the space, and I haven't truly given myself the time to just be alone. I just haven't, right? And I'm telling you, my soul has been screaming since December. No, she wasn't screaming then, but she was giving me nudges. I kept getting like the desire, that feeling, that intuition of go get an Airbnb for a week. Go be alone by yourself. Go it within. What are you thinking? How are you feeling? Right? And I didn't listen. So now she's screaming. She's screaming. I have had a breakdown. Like, I just getting emotional. Like, it is what it is. I'm going to be honest with you guys. So this is what I'm doing. So I booked a trip to Costa Rica to take time for myself, to clear my head and to tap into me. Because I know when I do this for myself, like actually fully create the space, I'm going to show up so much more powerfully in my life to those around me, to my clients. And I will not be burnt out. I will feel the best. And I know this is going to happen because I did this last year when COVID happened. Maybe you're listening to this and you're like, yeah, COVID was a blessing in disguise. It taught me how to slow down. It taught a lot of people to slow down. And I have huge goals, huge desires. And in January 2020, I have put the gas pedal down, which is great. But I went a little too far and I didn't have the balance. And I'm just sharing this because I'm not perfect either. And I want to share this with you so you know, like, if you've been doing the same thing, it's okay. I made a mistake. But please let this be a reminder to take like actual true time for yourself. Because I was feeling a little bit burnt out. I was feeling a little like trapped in my house, and I wasn't able to tap in and connect to myself and be like, Tots, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Like deeply, truly, right? And it impacted my creativity. Because when you're constantly in responsive mode, you are not in creative mode. And we're human beings. We're meant to be creative. That's why we have inventors. Like we're always creating something, right? And so taking time off is what I need to do. And I need to listen to myself and I need to practice what I preach. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to Costa Rica for a month. It's going to be amazing. And I'm looking at my calendar when I get back, and I'm going to learn how to restructure things. And I'm going to, get back into having boundaries on call days versus creative days, because I haven't really been doing that because I've just been on a lot of calls because I love what I do. I love being on calls. But boundaries, we all need that reminder. And if you're listening to this, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a coach, I hope this is a great reminder to take time for you. as entrepreneurs, as business owners, we get caught up in the business so much that sometimes we can lose ourselves a little bit, right? Or when I reach this amount of clients, when I reach this amount of income, then I'll take time off. And we never do it. Let's be real, And if you're listening here, you're not an entrepreneur, that's okay. Maybe you work corporate 9 to 5. I've been there too. It's about taking a weekend off, taking off work after hours, not to be on your phone to scroll, not to do anything like workout. No. Like take time off to relax, to not be interrupted. Maybe you take a bath. Maybe you go get a massage and have a spa weekend for yourself. Turning your emails off, turning your notifications off. Maybe you go on a vacation. Because your best self and your best work and you show up with the best energy comes from when you take the rest. As human beings, we cannot always be doing. There's an episode that I share about like we have it backwards. Instead of have, do, be, it's be, do, have. We need to just be. We need to relax. We need to find the balance of the go and the hustle and the taking time off for you to recover. Because like we're not going to run smoothly. We're not going to show up our best selves. Like think about it. You can't drive a car when it's on empty. You just can't. Eventually it's going to stop and it's going to break down. That's going to happen to us if we don't take time for ourselves. We need to trust, we need to surrender, and we need to go within to be like, okay, where am I at? Am I aligned with what am I doing? Am I feeling okay? How am I doing? And then asking yourself these questions. And only you can answer these questions truly, deeply when you're alone. And learning to let go of the hustle mentality is when beauty will come about it. I promise you, you will feel 10 times better. I already know just by booking this flight and booking this Airbnb today, I feel like a little bit of weight off my shoulders. Like, okay, you know what? I'm not there yet, but I know I'm creating the space. And I know I'm going to feel better. And I have no idea what's going to come from this. Maybe a huge epiphany realization comes and a shift in my business is made. That's kind of what happened last year when I took time to myself. Went from health weight loss coaching to doing the coaching that I'm doing now, more mindset, life coaching, because I knew that's what my soul was calling, but I wasn't giving her the time to slow down and answer. So who knows what's going to come from you when you slow down? You might have an epiphany that, oh my God, you want to quit your job and go back to school and become a nurse. You might want to start a side hustle and start an Etsy shop and just start selling your paintings or your jewelry. You might want to become a real estate agent. Like you don't know what's going to come from the moments that you create to spend with yourself and to ask yourself these questions and answer them for yourself. There's so much beauty. You don't need to be stuck where you're at. You don't need to be in the go hustle mentality because you will burn out. I'm not burnt out yet, but I know I'm getting there. So that's why I'm putting it out, like putting a stance. And I'm like, nope, boundary. Let's go take time off. Let's go sit in the jungle by yourself and whatnot. So I'm going to Costa Rica, you guys. And I will still be creating content. I will still be creating podcasts from there. I will still be on Instagram. I don't know how much I will be, but just keep up with me. Live vicariously through me. And just know that I know the deeper levels of me exist and I'm ready to tap in and to surrender and to go within and to discover more. And I really want this episode to just bring you that awareness, be that reminder that we get more when we do less. Take the time to rest. Take the time to take care of yourself, nourish yourself so you don't hit a burnout. So you can connect with yourself again. So you can see, okay, what are the next steps in my life? What do I desire? Am I happy with where I'm at or not? Because the answers you might not expect will come up, but they are there for a reason and it's meant for you to go after. I will keep you updated when I'm in Costa Rica. I will let you know all of the epiphanies, all of the findings, all of the lessons that I learn to share with you to help you on your journey, just like I'm doing now. This was like a big whoa. The world's going to keep going if you're not here. And it is. It's not my responsibility. That was my lesson. I was like, okay, time to slow down. I booked a trip. So I will be talking with you guys while I'm in Costa Rica. I still got a few weeks to go. I got my second week of my NLP training for my mental and emotional release training certification. And after that, I go straight to Costa Rica. So make sure you're following me at Tatiana _Kuto on Instagram. Come along for the ride. It's going to be a good one. And remember, take time for you. Slow down. You're worth it. Beauty comes from it. We don't need to always do that hustle, go, go, go mentality. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening. I really hope this one inspired you to maybe take a weekend off, a vacation, a spa weekend for yourself with no one to interrupt you. If it did, screenshot, post on Instagram, tag me, tell me what you're going to be doing for yourself. A self-care day, a couple hours after work, a weekend. Let me know. I'm so excited to hear from you guys. So thank you guys so much for listening, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with me and write an Apple iTunes review so I can keep the good stuff coming your way. If you aren't following me already, you can find me on Instagram at Tatiana_Kuto. I appreciate you so much and cannot wait to see you in the next episode. In the meantime, continue to shine bright and embrace your radiance.